camera. And that's what the difference is.
You know, SAG is going to be able to know. I mean, they're going to stand strong, and they're going to get what they want. Particularly when it comes to AI, I think what is happening is very frightening. I think it can take advantage of a lot of situations that we didn't think of in the past, particularly those who aren't with us any longer, to be able to be reproduced as they might do. But I can say AI having to do with American Sign Language is not going to probably work so well. I don't think we'll have a problem with ASL. But as an actor, I still stand by my fellow actors when it comes to fighting on behalf of the rights of having to do with AI. I think it's not something that we should just push aside.
My squats.
Okay, I love that. Come on, squats.
I think the challenge with AI, affecting disabled representation is that, from the research that I've done, is that it's based on what's already existed in the world. And historically, disabled people have not been included and have not been included properly. So what's going to happen is the AI is going to continue to exclude us because it's pulling from information that has already existed, right? And so I feel like we cannot let the erasure of disabled representation happen. I don't know exactly what to do. I'm not really like a techie person like that, but I'm just really hoping that app developers and AI developers, as this technology continues to grow and build, that they remember disabled people, that they remember Black people and other people of color, that they remember that there's an intersection with disability, that there are people of color with disability and across the globe. So I'm really hoping that the technology is more so about the inclusion of it all and not taking it from a history that often does not include minority communities.
Invisible and not invisible. We're a very vibrant community, and that's what's really important.
Absolutely, 100%. And how do you feel about the future of our
But basically, no, like, as a disabled actor and a comedian, I've been in the business for over 20 years. And, many of us were on a roll, getting opportunities, and all of a sudden with the strike, it did slow down the business. But guess what? It's not going to stop us. We were on a roll before. There was more disability representation than ever before, and that's going to continue. And that's going to continue because of the Media Access Awards, because so many people with disabilities are being included in authentic roles in front of and behind the camera, in the writer's room, all these different areas. So I know it's going to continue to pick up for everybody. It has been a hard time. It's been a hard time for everybody. I think if you have a disability, too, there are other elements of it, too, that, throughout the pandemic, there's definitely been a couple hurdles. But the momentum's there and the talent's there, and I know we're all going to see so much more representation. They are. 2 for 1.
The best way for Hollywood to improve is by having more meetings. Several producers have asked me, hey, what are we going to do with a deaf actor? How do we deal with sign language consultants and interpreters? What do we need a consultant for? We have an interpreter. And it needs to be clear that interpreters do have one responsibility and role, and ASL consultants have another role, and it takes time to educate Hollywood and make these steps forward. And when I worked with Sean Hayter, who is the director of CODA, she told me, and she shared with me, that she received so many phone calls of how to give folks advice on how to work with deaf actors and what's that experience like on set. And so there's so many productions asking her for advice. And so I am seeing Hollywood begin to open its mind and be a bit more curious and want to learn how to work with disabled actors and deaf actors and diverse actors. So it's a positive thing. It's just taken a bit of time.
Job, if there were white people, there were Asian people. Yeah. I mean, one of the best parts, look, nobody wants to be on the picket line. But if I have to be on the picket line, I like the fact that I make new friends. I like catching up with old friends. I like the solidarity that's been shown, the fact that people are clued into their union in a way that they haven't been forever. Crises bring out the best and the worst in people, and the worst is that we have to walk this picket line. The best is that I'm looking at all these people and say, you're my union. And that's been a good part. And I think that's something that I've heard echoed by every member I've come across, that they just love, they love getting to know each other and actually realizing that whatever level of business you are, if you're just coming into the business, you've been in for 30 years, whether you're background, stunts, singer, dancer, or if you are the star of every movie you've been in for the last 10 years, I've seen you out there walking the line. And that's kind of, it's kind of fantastic. We're all a bunch of performers.
How are you today? Could you state your name for the camera because someone else is going to be editing that?
Sure, Jenny
Sophia Sanchez, okay.
I don't think, I just don't know. I still know the answer is.
Well, I'm going to ask you a
But I have to look at him for the question.
Teller history. We're looking forward to sharing history of the general public.
And we cannot wait to see it and hear it.